Hi, welcome back here on the Senior Network. We are now joined by Nancy Rosen, Director of Human Resources right at home.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
You too.
Long time no see, right?
Right, exactly.
Yesterday. Okay. Nancy, excited to have you on the show today. I know a big challenge out there for every industry, not just ours, is the workforce shortage.
It is.
And I know that you have been working months and months and months trying to put together some creative ideas and programs. Why don't you kind of tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, we've got a lot of things going on. We're approaching this from like sort of two directions. One of those is benefits, which I'll talk about for the caregivers, but the other is training. So let me talk a little bit about training, if that's all right. We have experienced a lot of unusual things since COVID, and one of those things is people are starting new careers. One of those careers is caregiving. What they had done over the past 2 years or 18 months was care for their loved ones and realized that they actually liked it, and it was something in their heart. So they've been approaching us and saying, hey, I did care for a loved one. I am able to execute A, B, and C, but I really need help with 1, 2, and 3.
Some skills.
Some skills. So what we've done is set up what we call a new caregiver training. So someone who has already had some hands-on experience but really needs the practicals. And so what we do is the third Thursday of every month, anyone who is coming new on board to us or hoping to come on board goes through a very extensive training. Training goes through everything from a bed bath to using a gait belt, using a slide board, thickened liquids. I mean, we really get into a lot of the nuts and bolts of what could happen or what a client might need during the day.
Hoyer lift.
Hoyer lift, yes. Yes, we do have our own Hoyer lift. We do have our own slide board. And actually, we have a very sophisticated mannequin that my executive director let me purchase. And she's an anatomically correct gal. So we actually do a full bed bath, even teaching the caregivers how to fold a washcloth into 8 different segments, and starting with the top of the head down to the feet and giving somebody a complete bed bath. So just an example of one of the things that they did not, a skill they did not have, the technical ins and outs before they came to us. Got it.
Well, for the viewers that may not know, tell us a little bit about Right at Home, meaning there's 2 locations, Pooler, Bluffton, and you mentioned caregivers, which obviously is the folks that do the work mainly for us besides nurses. And what do those roles look like sometimes?
Sure. Well, we're nothing without our caregivers. You know that. You always say that, which is true. So yes, we have 2 locations. So we do service all of Hilton Head and Bluffton and Beaufort and the greater surrounding areas. But also in Savannah, we are in Chatham, Bryant, and Effingham counties right now. So we are servicing those areas. We do have 2 offices. One is in Bluffton on 278 in Plantation Park, which is located behind the Dairy Queen. And the other one we have is a lovely new office in Pooler right near the Tanger outlets. So both in great areas for caregivers to come and go, do their learning, or clients to stop in, or just anyone who wants to come by and say hi to us and meet the team. And yes, we are actively hiring for both areas. And I'm happy to say that I think we're coming out of COVID, we're starting to see a lot of really good people, quality folks who, you know, like I said, they have it in their heart and they want to give back to the community. And, you know, as an aside, you know, being the director of human resources, it's important that we honor them with good pay rates and with benefits and paid time off. And so I really feel like Right at Home is doing the right thing to get the right people to the right homes.
Absolutely. Training rooms, both locations.
Oh, beautiful training spaces and lots of equipment for us to use. And that's also on demand. You know, if we get an unusual case, something we don't deal with every day, and we get a good team of caregivers on board, but they say, hey, can I get a brush up on this skill or this skill? Yeah, come on in. They can come in anytime. I will meet them, or our director of nursing will meet them, and we'll get them refreshed on whatever skill that is.
How do they apply?
Okay, you can apply at rightathome.net/Hilton-head, or rightathome.net/Savannah.
That easy.
Yes.
And as far as onboarding you, orientation, that would be what, like a day or half a day?
Sure. Well, it's sort of an ongoing process. So orientation, or really onboarding, starts with a Zoom interview with someone to see, you know, if they understand what we do and like what we do and want to proceed. Onboarding in regard to paperwork can work one of 2 ways. They can either come into the office and get everything done in a matter of 2 hours. That's the paperwork wise, not the training. Or they can do it at home at their leisure, and I will send them an e-documents to sign. So it really depends, you know, and here's a good example. We get these wonderful caregivers who might work a 9 to 5, and so they just can't come into the office, a practicality, so we can do that online with them.
Awesome information, Nancy. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you. Stay with us, more to come here on the Senior Network.